Hey guys, welcome to the K2O Gaming channel. This is a brief review of what I think of Call of Duty Ghosts. Basically because it's been getting bashed a lot by a lot of people. Um, and the comparisons are to Battlefield 4, basically the other major FPS that's out there. Now, in my opinion, I think the Battlefield 4 game is superior as far as experiences go. Um, don't get it wrong, Call of Duty Ghosts is a solid game. It's just I think it's gotten to the point where it's getting repetitive. And that's what a lot of people are pretty much upset about. But I mean, if it to be fair to Call of Duty and Battlefield is repetitive too. If you played every single Battlefield like I have since 1942, Vietnam, Battlefield 2, Battlefield 3, 2142, all the expansions in between or whatnot, it is the same thing. So to hear people bash Call of Duty for being repetitive and doing the same thing, I really don't see the point of that. If you're asking me what's a better overall experience, I would say it's Battlefield 4. Don't get me wrong, I think it is the better game at the moment. And it's not because Call of Duty Ghosts is not solid. It's just because they're lacking certain things. For example, Battlefield 4's engine, vehicles, you could destroy buildings, watch it come down on you, and things like that. They used a Bad Company 2 type atmosphere, and it was just pretty intense. Call of Duty sticks to its roots. Call of Duty was originally a deathmatch game, team deathmatch, search and destroy, CTF game. So to compare it to Battlefield, it's kind of lame because to me they're actually two different games. If you want more reality when it comes to weapons, shooting, and just big atmosphere and surroundings and everything, Battlefield. If you want intense, good old fashioned deathmatch type killing, you go with Call of Duty. Now, the things that do bother me about Call of Duty over the years is I think they went way too far with the perks. I mean, yeah, you want to give people the ability and the versatility to create their own soldier how they like it. That's great. You could do the same thing in Battlefield, but you don't give people ninja kind of abilities so you can't hear them on the map. Things like that. It's like almost they fell into this trap where they made so many perks to counter each other that you're just like, okay, you know. Second of all, I don't see how throwing a knife is better than shooting somebody. I've literally shot there and shot people, and this person turns around and throws a knife at me and kills me. Hits my thigh and kills me, type of thing. Like little things like that bother me. But as far as like killing and everything, I still like Call of Duty. Um, I wouldn't bash on anything else on the game really. The only other little nuisance that I have is I think some of the maps have become too roamish. What I mean by roamish is I feel it's become too just running around looking for each other on the mini map and killing each other. Because the old Call of Duties, you had lanes, you had things to look out for. You could actually buy a sniper rifle and it'd be useful. In this one, it's like you got so many twists, so many turns that having a sniper rifle, I mean, what exactly are you gonna do? If somebody could just throw a knife at you. Yeah, that's me just picking fun a little bit, but you know what I mean. Let me see here if I could just follow somebody. Here's a guy sniping. Here's a guy just sitting there sniping. Coincidence, right? Um, as far as the graphics go with Call of Duty, a lot of people are bashing it, saying it's like old school 2008, and probably is. But you know what? It's all about the gameplay. If it's something you enjoy, then that's fine. Um, Battlefield 4 does have the superior graphics to it. The only bad thing about Call of Duty is that even if these graphics they say are dated, they gave people with higher end video cards problems to run. Look at this guy just sniping somebody from 5 feet away. That's basically sniping in Call of Duty now. It's like no point in just pulling it out. Um, but other than that, I wouldn't really bash Call of Duty Ghosts too much. Like I said, they're two different games. You have Battlefield that's supposed to be a war type simulator game, vehicles and everything. And then you got Deathmatch that's Call of Duty. So for the price, I paid $40 for Call of Duty Ghosts just to try it out after everybody bashed it, and I think it was worth the $40. There I go. I got kicked for being inactive and just specking somebody, but I wouldn't bash it too bad. I think it is worth the $40. Battlefield 4, I think it's worth the money as well. I don't think it's worth the premium price though. I would not give you $90 for a game just to get maps from it. I'm sorry. If I was getting a whole new mod and a whole bunch of new things, maybe. I'm not giving you $90 for just new maps. I wish these companies would stop doing the download content thing. It's so much BS. It's like they're looking for ways to milk you. Back in the days, a game would come out, a patch would come out, and then it would have all these new things added to the game. You got it. You got all this stuff just for buying the game. And that's how it should be, because we're spending our money to give you your game. But what's happening now, it's like they're trying to milk you for every dime they could get from you. That is not cool. That's just my personal rant on download content. I'm not saying none of them are good. I've played some really good downloadable content, but like I said, that should be part of the game. Something you get later on down the road, just for still playing the game or still having it or purchasing it from when you first got it. Excuse me. But that's my review for Call of Duty. Another mod that Call of Duty has before I go is the Extinction mod that plays like a zombies type thing, and that is very cool. Um, Actually, I think zombies and the Extinction mods are probably their best mods the past couple of years for Call of Duty. It's just a different feeling. I do believe like Infinity Ward has moved on. I think the original people from Infinity Ward that created Call of Duty are now working on Titanfall that comes out in March. I think that game will trump Battlefield and Call of Duty. In all honesty, it's just a change the community needs as far as FPS and everything. Call of Duty, I think they just need to sit down, go back to the basics, say let's make a solid team deathmatch, search and destroy type game. Focus on the multiplayer, things like that, and I think they'll be okay. Battlefield is Battlefield. I don't expect them to change anytime in the future. I mean, they've done it since 1942. What is that, 10 years now? So I don't expect them to go anywhere with it. Um, but yeah, other than that, don't let people's bad opinions of the game ruin your experience with Call of Duty Ghosts. It's just I believe Call of Duty just people have such high expectations for Call of Duty to compete with Battlefield that they didn't get what they want, so they bash it. If you buy Call of Duty, enjoy it. It's still a fun game. It might not be the best of the series, but you'll still get your hundreds of hours or whatever in just playing the game. If anything for Call of Duty, I think they have a better chance of having a competitive scene over Battlefield. Um, it just has the history for it, and I hope it does pick up at least for the PC side of it. But those are just my opinions. My name is K2O Gamer. You guys have a great 2014, and that's just my rant on Call of Duty Ghosts. Alright, bye.